Ladies and gentlemen at home, this is Millie Bangs. I'm here with Benny Boom. We have the privilege of interviewing Peach Street Revival.
What's up?
Hi.
What's up, Millie? What's up, Boom?
Yeah. What's up? Why don't you guys just take a minute? We can start down here and just introduce yourselves in case there are people out there who don't know who you are. And
My name's Cooper Shaw. I'm the guitarist for Peach Street Revival.
My name's Jordan Will, and I play bass.
My name's Sophia, and I'm the drummer.
I'm Gonzalez. I sing and also play a little harmonica.
excellent, excellent. So you guys very recently released an EP called CINCO that you initially wanted to release in 2020. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the project. Why, kind of what happened, what you guys did to sort of overcome the obstacles that you were dealing with.
Well, we actually were done mixing and mastering in March 2020 with the intention to release it in April, the 5-song EP. And we kind of saw what was happening in the world and things starting to shut down and kind of live music coming to a halt. So we kind of huddled up and decided, how are we going to go about this release? Should we hold it? So we kind of figured it would be good to stay busy creatively since we weren't going to spend a lot of time on stage that year and just shoot music videos for every song on the EP. So that would be 5 music videos we would shoot and kind of take our time to release the EP a single at a time.
Yeah. That's a big project.
It was 5 projects.
5 projects, yes. So tell us the names of the songs, all the songs on your EP, everything you released.
Our first music video was King, followed by...
We had She as our second music video.
And then followed by Rally Roll?
Yeah. I think maybe it was, wait,
Wait, was it 5?
wow! See how long this project was?
That's right.
So it was King. Then I feel like it was a Rally Roll because remember the fire started.
Oh, but we had already been filming
We were
for
filming She,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
We just didn't wrap that one up yet.
Yeah. So we actually filmed She for over a year because we wanted to, that was like our biggest project out of the 5. Mm-hmm. We wanted to catch all the different seasons that Colorado had to offer. Mm-hmm. And so we really took a long time to film that. But in the interim of filming that, we did complete Rally Roll. So yeah, so it was King, Rally Roll, finally She, Fire, and then our most recent one, When the Lights Go.
which we filmed on tour.
Yes, and for anyone watching this who has not seen that video, has not seen any of the videos, watch them immediately after you watch this video because they're all amazing. But the last one was it was a lot of fun. Just seeing you guys on tour, it was just very kind of off the cuff, but really beautifully put together and just really a fun look at kind of like the insider of you guys as a band.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
Did you see how Cooper got his butt whipped on the pillow
Can't take him when the lights go down.
I don't know about that.
I think he let you guys win probably.
I feel like I definitely attacked Jordan pretty good.
Man, I tried. You all beat me so bad.
A lot of pent up anger,
Right.
there was a time to let
Frustration.
Yeah.
You've been with a lot of estrogen.
It was the last scene of the last videos that we filmed, so I think we kind of got after it. Really,
Everybody was just releasing all
Yeah.
this stuff. Very nice. So what made you guys decide to do King first?
I feel like it was probably the one that we felt most comfortable with at the time, just that we had been playing at previous shows more and more, so we really wanted to have something to back that up.
Right.
Yeah, that was also one that we, like you were mentioning, we hadn't been playing a lot of the other ones live as much. So it was like, a lot of the fans already heard the songs. So it was kind of good to have the story to go with the song that they
know. Did you guys use a filter on that while you were filming it, or was that post-production?
Post,
Or, okay,
yeah.
Yeah, very, very unique. Just
Thank
a really, really cool look at that. So there's two men in the video. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's this almost like a politician, and then there's this farmer in the field. Who played the two men, and kind of who do they represent for you?
Well, the farmer was my dad, and that was his property, and he's literally out there walking down the fields with his pickaxe like every other day. He still works
Special.
out there a lot. So for me and for King overall, I think it was kind of a message as well during that time, because it was kind of right when COVID was really hitting and things were, politics were really like raging around it and things, and just the message of, rise like a king, pick up your mat and start walking, get out in the sunshine and stand. It was kind of, a positive message as well. So for the farmer, just showing the hardworking man, the common man, the man that really took the biggest hit of the whole financial hardship of, COVID and things. So that was his character, was representing the common man, the hardworking man.
Sure. Yeah, what a special thing to have your dad as part of that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The politician was Sophia's grandpa.
Oh, wow.
He was, yes. He played the evil politician, which is so funny because he's just the sweetest.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
He is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's very animated. Yeah.
How cool that you guys got to incorporate family into that, definitely. So then the next one was Rally Roll.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And so I know Boom got to do some of the drone footage for some of that.
Yeah.
And I remember him coming back and just saying there's all these riders and who were the riders? Like who were the motorcycle riders in that video?
So we had put out a casting call because, you can't really have a music video titled Rally Roll without having a rally.
A rally.
Yeah. And so it was a bunch of friends. One of the riders was actually an instructor that Sophia and I had both had at CMU, and we had some other close friends, people we'd crossed paths with previously, and they all had like really eclectic bikes, and they were really cool. And no one really knew each other, but as soon as we got there, it was like everyone had known each other forever, and it really did feel like a little mini rally, and it was like just a really fun, kind of powerful thing, because not many people have been around that many bikes riding at the same time. Like I hadn't at that point. It was just like really powerful, really strong. It was kind of cool. So we made a lot of friends for that shoot.
I'll be there when we get there. Brothers, sisters, in good cheer. You know what I mean when we get there. Get on the high, rock and roll. Rock, push it, love, make it, break it. Get on and ride, let it roll.
And the red car that's in the shoot, is that?
That was my old baby.
Wow.
78 Stingray that I unfortunately let go, but it was a fun toy for a while.
Yeah, very, very fun. And so then the next one is She, and you said you guys were kind of filming that year round, but one of the scenes is in the desert, and we actually had the honor of being there for that too.
Yes.
And the fire dancers, just incredible.
That was a lot of
Tell
fun.
us a little bit about that. Who are they? Kind of what was their role in that whole thing?
Kevin and Anna were the fire dancers, and they're here in our community, also in Grand Junction. And we call it like the flow community, poi, fire, hoop, all that stuff. So we've been hanging out with them for a while, and just the song She is so kind of dramatic and beautiful, and I just thought how amazing it would be to match that fire at night. That whole contrast would be just visually beautiful.
Yeah, very dramatic.
Jehovah but she has the heartless to let the wind blow. Yeah. She was born with the warrior's cry. Jehovah but she has the heartless to let the wind blow. Yeah.
some fire dancing also, Gonzalez, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. It's called Dragon Staff.
Dragon stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
Probably about 3 years.
Mm.
Actually, my goal is to dance in one of our videos down
Cool.
the road. So
The next one.
yeah, hopefully.
Because hopefully there are many, many more to come, right?
Yes.
So filming, you guys filmed 5 videos. I mean, that's obviously a lot of work. I mean, you said the one took all year, basically, doing shots in different seasons. What's that like for each one of you? Like, are any of you camera shy? Are any of you just sort of like, oh, I dread the day I have to be on camera? Or are you all just kind of like, let's go for it, bring it on?
I feel like I'm a little bit camera shy. I definitely have a lot more fun being behind the camera. I think my 2 least favorite parts about filming was helping load the drum set up a mountain for
Yeah,
one
that
of the
was
shots.
intense.
And then when we were filming we had to hike the bass amp up a pretty steep hill too, and it was pretty cold. I remember that.
Oh, that was a
It
dreadful
was
day.
cold and it was an enormous hill out in the desert.
huge.
It was so
Yeah.
tall, and it was so heavy and
Yeah,
so
this
cold.
is the film crew. Like
Yeah.
we are, grip lighting. We're like,
Impressive.
yeah, set the set, take down
From the ground up.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is both intimidating but also reassuring, because the creative freedom is in our hands. We're not at the will of somebody else who has their own ideas about what we're doing. Everything that we do, was our idea, and
Right.
we're executing that as well.
Right.
So that kind of takes some of the pressure off from, having to fit someone else's idea of what they think we should be doing, and just having the freedom to do what we want to do
Definitely.
without like butting heads with
Right.
anybody else.
Having to argue. And
Mhm.
How do you guys design the videos? I mean, what's that process like?
We usually have like a general idea of what we want to do, like almost like a storyline, and then each one of us will kind of come up with like a cameo idea, and then Gonzalez is really good about helping us like do step-by-step scenes. So we have basically like a scene list that we go through. We just check them off as we go, and it's one person's turn, and we'll film, and then we'll switch out. So just kind of build upon that.
So it's really collaborative. You guys kind of, everybody has a role in that.
Yeah.
I drink the beer.
Good. That's a very important role.
Yeah, it kind of is.
And what about as far as what you're gonna wear? I mean, I know Gonzalez, like, you're very fashion oriented. Like, are you doing kind of all the wardrobe type stuff, or does everybody sort of get to have their own, like, this is what I want to wear, this is how I'm gonna do my hair, that kind of thing?
I think we kind of just decide what the overall vision is, and then everyone does their own style within that kind of idea. But definitely, like, when we each have our own cameo, it's up, whatever you want to portray is what we did. But in like the desert scene for we all decided we would wear black, so it'd be the contrast, to the sunset and things like that.
Yeah, very artistic. So for anybody who's interested in the EP and maybe has never heard you guys before, how would you describe your sound or like your style?
I think it's like, we definitely have classic rock roots, because that's the genre that we have done the most of, like with our covers. But we also have like a modern twist on it for sure, and we all have different musical influences, different backgrounds and stuff, which has really made our sound quite eclectic as well. At the root of everything, it's rock and roll, but sometimes it's a little heavier, sometimes it's a little prettier, like on for example. And then King is a great song to headbang to, same with Rally Roll. Yeah.
You guys are all over the map. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to turn it over to Boom, and he's going to ask some questions
Thank you,
about
Melly.
the recording process.
Yeah. Okay. Edit out. My stomach hitting the thing. Okay, alright.
It was a smooth
Can you edit my
transition.
stomach out?
Alright.
Just like get it out of here.
Chicken wings, ladies and gentlemen. So I have a question. This is a kind of a producer type of question, but I think it's interesting for the fans to kind of think about. So how does the recording process work? As far as, do you lay the drums down first and then drums and bass together, and then like what sequence do the layers happen, or do you guys all record just live at once?
Usually start with the scratch track, so like everyone will be in the same room, we'll go through the whole thing with the click track,
Okay.
and then that's what you listen to when each person goes in individually. So I think we did a scratch track and then drums first for most
We
of them.
usually recorded together, drums and
yeah, we
bass.
did.
Yeah, we would always record together
Yeah.
because we always
Gotta have
nailed
the
it on the
rhythm
first
section.
try. Yeah,
So do you guys use a metronome to stay on time, or is that just something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the foundation of the whole song. So as long as you're on time and everything's legit, because I know like drum and bass really. Even when you guys see yourself I see you on stage, I see you guys looking at each other. You guys are like, you guys
Yeah.
have your own language. This is what I noticed.
The
It's a lot
rhythm
of, like,
section.
Yeah, little like subtle glances and yeah.
Okay, so where does the guitars come in at? Is that after?
Yeah, usually after we have the actual recording of the drums and bass, I'll go in and do the rhythm section, pretty much all the way through. And then I think on the first two songs we did the vocals, because at least on She, like there wasn't like a lead section to go over. So pretty much after the rhythm was done, it was time for the vocals to go in and kind of take care of the rest.
Okay, cool.
So it's always pretty easy and straightforward until you get to like the bass solo section or the guitar solo section, and then it's like I'm
Like, we'll see in a
picky.
few hours.
It's like, yeah, go get some lunch. I'll be here for like the next 3 hours playing the same riff over and over until I'm
Right.
like pretty content with one of the takes.
Okay, so the rhythm is a little bit more, is a little easier to kind of get through, and then it's like
Absolutely.
the particulars of these solos, you just are kind of punching those in.
Yeah.
Exactly, and just until you want them just right.
Yeah, pretty much
Right.
exactly. Just kind of running through it a handful of times, and then going back, listening back to the takes, and kind of just taking the favorite one.
Do you ever find, this is a question for any of you guys, like that there's a part in the song that you wish you would have recorded that at the time you're like, due to time, like, I'm gonna let that go. And now every time you listen to it, you're like, I wish I would have just went. Does
It
that happen,
happened-
or is that?
Yeah, it happened to me with our first recording of London Calling. It was the first song that we ever recorded in a studio, which was here at Fusion Audio Solutions with Taylor Riley. And that was years ago. We recorded that years ago. And since then, it happens when you play a song live so many times, you figure out a different part and you're like, wow, this is really cool. I wish I would have done that when we were recording the song. So I've changed my part like a little bit on that song, and it does happen.
And every time you hear that, does it kind of come back to you?
Well, a little bit, because I'm expecting to hear what I've been
What you've
playing,
been doing.
and it's what I used to play during that part. And it's not that it's wrong, it's not that it's bad,
Okay.
and it's not like what I'm playing now is better necessarily. It's just different. And I'm
Just
like,
songs kind of just evolve over time, and I feel like that's especially true playing stuff live a lot.
Yeah.
Where you kind of want to keep it interesting, and sometimes you kind of find a little bit of a different way to approach a little section of the song, and
Yeah.
sometimes that turns into something really awesome.
Yeah. And but the live version or the recorded version isn't quite. That's why you got to go to the shows, right?
Yeah,
You can see what
exactly.
they're going down.
It's always different.
What about vocally? So I would assume that you maybe go last, or sometimes you're maybe sandwiched in there. But are you particular about your vocals, and what sequence do you typically go?
Oh yeah. I am usually last, unless we've recorded everything and someone's like, oh, I want to redo that, or we need like some more ear candy from Cooper. But usually after all the music is laid, then will be the lead vocal, and then the harmonies and backup vocals or dubs will be after that.
And on CINCO, I understand that everybody was singing. I don't know about every song, but everybody was singing at some point throughout the EP.
Yeah, everyone recorded vocals, which was fun.
Is that typically what you guys have done in the past, or is it kind of something new?
I think it was something for the first time. Yeah, I mean, we all can sing. Some are more shy than others. but I wanted to show that, because I think it's very powerful to be watching a band and then everyone step to the mic and they can sing. So it's a full, coming together of instruments and vocals and body and mind and soul making music. And, that's something that we can do. And I think it's something that's very powerful. Something I really want to focus on is more defining our sound for anything that we record from here on out. So we've been talking a lot about the elements that do define our sound and how to, make all those elements come together and define us.
what elements are you guys really keen on really accentuating on your upcoming recordings?
We kind of came up with the definition the last time we really sat down and talked about this. So it's like, still definitely that classic rock, but going a little harder.
Okay.
Jordan and Cooper have a punk background. So it's like classic rock, a little bit harder, and definitely more like, psychedelic kind of vibe too.
Ooh, that'd be
So
cool.
bringing those three things together.
Yeah. Awesome.
I feel like we're stuck in the 70s, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good time. It's not only a good thing, it's a good time for a lot of people.
Okay. Cool. So as far as like where people can find you guys online, social media, that kind of thing, what are you guys have a website, is that right? Okay, what's the website address?
peachstreetrevival.com.
Simple. I like it. Okay.
Straightforward.
What about like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
All of the above.
Yep.
All of the above. Okay. Is it just Peach Street Revival?
Yeah, we
On
have
all
the
of
same
it?
handle, Peach Street Revival,
Twitter's
on Instagram.
different. Peach Street Rev.
Yeah,
Peach Street
we ran out
Rev.
of character
Okay.
spaces. Yeah, I was like, no. But yeah,
Peach Street
Peach Street
Rev.
Revival, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
All right. And merchandise, like, I mean, you guys, I've seen on social media, you guys have some new shirts and all kinds
Yeah.
of awesome stuff. Where do people get that?
On our website.
Okay.
We ship everywhere.
Okay.
Or come down to one of our next shows and pick some up in person.
There we
You
go.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
You can
like
even
it.
buy our songs off our website.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Super. And are you guys on other platforms too, like Spotify, Apple Music, that kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
All the
But it's
major
better. It's better
platforms.
if we buy it off your website.
You can do either.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
You guys get more money.
Yeah. Or come.
More
we
profits.
did print up CDs, so you can come out to a
Cool.
show and grab a CD, and we'll sign it for you. And
Sweet. And can people order them too? Get them
Yeah.
off your website? Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you all so much. This is great. And
thank you, Millie. Thank
get
you,
out
Boom.
there, buy some merchandise, buy the EP, check out the videos if you haven't already, and best of luck to you guys with all that's going to come next.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Boom presents.
Standing tall, swinging long, he's a real tough son of a gun. Big brown eyes and a tail to match. She knew how the West was won. It was theater in action. It was like singing a song they knew the whole life long. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eddie wrote the tune and it sure did pay. He took her down with his loving heart every day. And she'd say, when the lights go down, oh, and you're don't you miss your home, yeah. When the lights go down, guitar in hand, rock and roll band. Girls came from east and west. Billy was home, singing the song. She knew he would pass the test. It was theater in action. It was like singing a song they knew the whole life long. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eddie wrote the tune and it sure did pay. He took her down with his loving heart every day.
job, guys.
How'd that feel? How'd that feel?
You guys are pros.
Was there anything that you guys wanted us to ask that we can like go back in and?
I feel like that was a good one.
I love how we don't have anything really like bad to say about each other.
I know.
Oh, I was holding back.
That camera's still rolling.
In that case.